Talk to me, hustler.
Yeah. Hustler the hustler. Hustler the hustler. I'm talking to you, youngster. Hustler the hustler. Hustler the hustler. Talk to me, youngster. Hustler the hustler. Hustler the hustler. Talk to me, youngster. Hustler the hustler. Hustler the hustler.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And you are rocking with the pluggiest of all podcasts. You already know what it is. Talk to me, young hustlers. Young hustlers, talk to me. I'm your host, Shorty Mac, a.k.a. Shorty Mac, with my co-host.
Rio Appling is in the building. What up, Shorty Mac?
Man, God has been good all the time. You know, we keep it humble.
You stay fresh, you stay fly, young hustler.
I mean, you know, that part.
I like that jack. Okay, hey,
Jordan,
man.
but anyways, though, you know who we got, right? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody gotta check that mouth, right?
Yeah.
And we make sure your mouth's right. Cause we dealing with a super entrepreneur
That part.
and a boss top dog dentist.
Let's go.
My ace boom coon Ralphie's in the building. I don't think y'all ready for this. It's gonna be a big day, folks. Y'all
Big
gonna learn a lot.
entrepreneur.
Y'all gonna learn what to do. Hopefully you get some of this money and this good game coming out straight from the young hustlers. So talk to me, young hustlers. Subscribe. We here. We in the building with my boy Ralphie. Let's go, baby. Ralphie!
Yeah.
My dog, man. Those Gucci's. Oh my goodness.
Gucci polo shirt.
Ah,
Knock
man,
it
it was
off.
hard.
Come out.
Gold,
Come out
right?
fly naturally. That's right.
Hey, listen,
Bleed
check
off
this
of
out.
you.
That's right.
We all know you balling out of control. But tell me, what was the steps to get there, and how hard was it? Because people think this stuff comes overnight.
Yeah, it doesn't come overnight.
Thank you.
I'll tell you a quick little story about my life so you kind of understand
Just
how
scoot in a little bit.
where I
there we go.
started from.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I started as a bag boy
All right.
when I was like 15 and a half.
Wow.
And $3.25 an hour. So, I got my check at my Bank of America to cash it. And, I'm in that long line. And I turned to my head to right. I saw it said business banking.
Okay.
So when I saw that and I was in this line, I said, you know what? One day I'm going to be in that line. So that was like a motivational thing for me.
And how long did that take?
A long time. We're
Okay.
talking 16, went to change my life plan, because I
Right.
wasn't the smartest guy in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know.
Certain place.
That's why you're here with the hustlers.
That's it.
That
That's
part.
It. That's it.
Okay.
So for me, the main thing was my parents, we didn't come from much, but when my parents.
Where did
gave
you
me-
come from?
Yeah, where are you
I was
from?
born in Lebanon.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
Shout out to Lebanon.
we immigrated here when I was 3 years old.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, and then from there we just started. My parents told me one thing you got to do. God gives you 2 hands and 2 feet. You got to work. You got to hustle.
That part.
So do you have any brothers and sisters?
I do. I have 1 brother and 2 sisters. I'm the baby of the family.
That's
Wow.
right. Shout out to them. The babies in the building. That part. So how do they feel about, your success and you
Well,
being the baby making it happen like this?
I'll tell you, my parents, like I said, we came here with inspiration. My brother's a dentist. Yeah, my sister was a lawyer, and one's a CPA. So
Everybody's smart.
Yeah, that's what my parents do. You got to go hustle. You got to do it. You got to work hard, and you got to make it happen. So it's not easy.
No, it's
but
not.
Remember, not one person is not smarter than the other. Whoever is going to work the hardest.
Look at
And
the
that's
camera and
it.
let them know that.
That's
Say that
it.
one more
Whoever-
time.
It's not who's the smartest. It's the one that works the hardest and is going to dedicate themselves and bust it.
That
Bust
part.
it.
So you say your sister's the lawyer?
One lawyer, yeah.
My Rio, I know you know
Yeah,
about
I got 9 sisters. They're 4 of them
Wow.
lawyers.
Wow, you see? So you
one's a
get it.
lawyer for the UN. Yeah,
That's it.
I know how it goes. They work hard though.
Yeah, you got to work.
They work hard
That's
though.
it. There's nothing else.
Yeah,
right?
so when they say women don't, they like women's right. Listen, all my sisters make so much money.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? They're all of them. Not one of them is really lacking at all. And I'm just like,
That's it.
So shout out to your sister too,
Thank you,
because
man.
these women
Shout out.
work hard.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
it. We got to make it happen. Right?
So are you married or have you been married?
I was married and divorced.
All right.
But that's another part of life. You live and learn.
yeah.
So how is that, being I know you have kids, don't you?
Yes, 2 kids, one 15 and one 8-year-old.
Okay, shout out to them.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Nicholas
them.
and Alec, my
That's
boys.
right.
So they're great. Once again, taught me a lot in life.
Yeah.
To be more patient, persevere more, learn to block about myself.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's huge.
Yeah.
Life is not. I always say life is not a straight road.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not life. It's a curve.
Now, what was the turning point when you were on your grind and you were like, you know what, I gotta make a change to boss up, like to take it to the next level? Like what were you thinking like at that point? Where was your brain? Where was your mind at? Like,
well, I'll tell you, I wasn't the greatest kid. You know, I always say if it wasn't for like the turnaround point of my life, I would be in jail maybe. I just my mind was elsewhere.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing that happened to me was my dad was getting sick, and I remember one day my parents would give me one pair of shoes, and I would take my K-Swiss and like clean it, make sure it's like perfect, because that's what it is, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
But I asked my dad for something, and he goes, "Hey, this month it's gonna be tight, you know." And I didn't believe him, so I did something bad. I opened up his checkbook and I saw what he had in there, and I felt like shit. I felt like shit because he wasn't making shit up. It was real. So I said, this is my turning point. And my parents said something that came very, very true. They said, we're not going to live forever. And guess what? They didn't. They passed. God rest their soul.
Amen.
But you know what? I learned a lot because they said one day we're not going to be here and you got to do it on your own.
Yeah.
And I got to give them credit for that.
Yeah.
wow.
Shout out to mom and dad.
Two parents that made it happen. That's
it.
what's up.
So that's the motivation, you gotta hustle,
So where's your location? Where are you located?
It's Allure Dental, Raffi Maronian DDS, on 8358 Topanga.
Look in there and let them know.
8358 Topanga Canyon
That's
Boulevard
818, baby.
in Canoga Park, California.
That part.
And Allure Dental is the actual name of the practice. So it's a great place. It's a personally ran by me. I'm the owner operator. Every person counts. I teach my staff one important lesson in life.
That part.
Everyone's dollar is the same.
Man.
Okay.
Whoa.
Knowledge.
So
Knowledge.
what that means is that you don't treat one person different than the other. Everyone's dollar is the same. You give them respect. When you have respect, you get everything back.
Yeah, man.
That's it. So that's one of my biggest. That's one of my biggest rules in life. Is
I
you treat
respect
everyone
that.
the same.
I respect that.
You
real
give them
talk.
credit, and you'll see people go everywhere else. They come back as I run it like a family.
Nice and humble,
So,
and you
concierge
give like a
service.
family. That's
and
how.
I workplaces, by the way. So before I opened up my own place, I went and I got burned.
So, Ward, tell us about some of the bad adventures, because we can see you're balling now.
Yeah,
But
well,
tell us some of the stuff
tell
that you went
I'll
through
tell you.
before
I'll tell you.
the great adventure.
I was working at an office once. I drove all the way from I used to live in Porter Ranch all the way to Camarillo. I get there.
Far.
I get in the parking lot. They used to pay me per day.
That's about an hour drive, just in case y'all
just
don't
an
know.
hour drive. So I get there. I'm in the parking lot. I park my car, and my phone rings. It's the assistant from the office saying, "Hey, some of the patients canceled. You don't need to come right now." You get it? So I drove all the way there
For nothing.
For nothing. That's just one.
God.
Another time I was at a clinic, really busy clinic.
Yeah.
I went inside of my car and I wanted to eat my protein bar in peace. And literally 5 minutes. I get in the car. I'm sitting there. She comes, knocks on my door. Like, get out. So you know what I mean.
You got nothing.
So I got up and I took care of the patient. But I mean, so you go through your moments in life. I've said to myself when I opened up my own business, the one thing I was gonna do was whatever they did at those clinics, I was gonna do the total opposite.
That's
Because I get to meet my
respect
patients,
that.
and my patients taught me more about my life.
Yeah.
They've had death, they've had divorce, they've had kids be sick. They have everything in life that can happen that makes your life better.
Yeah.
Because you realize you're not alone.
Yeah.
You realize everybody has a problem, everybody has an issue, everybody has a drama in their life.
Yeah, man.
The difference is between real people and fake people, it's the one that actually is honest and breaks it down.
Yeah.
Everybody says, "Hey, how good are you? I'm great today. Oh, I'm wonderful." That's all they want to hear.
But
But
they
guess
don't
what?
keep it real
That's
with themselves.
bullshit.
Yes. It's impossible to be
the
great
real
every
person
day.
who's humble, the real person who's sincere,
Come
who's
on.
actually going to sit there
Amen.
and say, "Hey, today I had a shitty day. This
Yeah.
is the reason why."
Yeah.
And I promise, if you tell someone the truth, they're going to sit there and understand that everybody has a common ground.
Yeah. Right,
But we don't want to show it because it shows, a different
Vulnerability, that's what it shows. And as a man, we're taught to not be vulnerable. So
That's
that's where we're in a dilemma.
part. You can't be emotional.
Yeah, there we go.
exactly.
There we
My
go.
question is, I see you work out. Tell us what's some health, because I know you. Basically,
Yes.
I know you from my little bro. So let me give a shout out to YM. 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 Ballin'. We see you, baby.
yeah.
So you healthy. So
Yes.
what? Give us what's your diet?
Hold on,
What's
you
your diet?
balling,
Yeah,
you in the
yeah,
gym.
yeah, yeah.
So for all those people who say
That's right.
you can't be in the gym and get money,
That's
He's
it.
living
come
proof.
on,
You
he's
got it
living
twisted.
proof.
Right,
Come on,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
guns,
yeah, guns,
guns, legal guns.
Yeah.
Legal
in
guns.
any country, any
In
state.
any country.
guns
right,
and
right.
fun.
Yeah, so I tell you, I was a chubby kid.
Oh,
you know?
wow,
Yeah,
okay.
as a kid, and behind my parents' home, I had a poster of Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yeah, that's
All
right.
right, that's right.
and the
Shout out to
Lamborghini
Arnold.
Countach.
Oh,
Wow,
Two
okay.
of I was pretty much that was my goal. That was my future. I said I want to do both, and I started with the that little metal thing you bet.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I had.
I remember that.
And the
Oh,
little
The little
squeezer.
hand squeezers.
yeah.
That's where I started. But I tell you, I saw it, and there was a girl I liked.
It's all
a lot
about
in high school.
dedication.
That's it. I had a girl I liked a lot in high school, and she didn't like because I was chubby. So I said, I'm gonna do it for myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I started training. I started eating better, and
Yeah.
Right.
taking care of myself. And
Yeah.
your body is your temple.
yes,
Yeah.
it is.
So you got to
man.
take care of it.
That's what.
You only-
Listen, all the money don't matter if you ain't healthy. To spend it
It's
and,
from
and
inside
enjoy
out.
it. That
Inside
part.
out. There we go. That part.
So
That
my
part.
theory always in life is you take care of yourself. You got to live good, but you got to be good. Everything in media and kind of a balance.
Yeah.
Equilibrium.
I see you like fashion.
Yes.
You know, Balenciaga just dropped this mask for like $6,000. Kenta can pull it up.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
the people will see it, but
it's
crazy.
it looks like
it's
weird
AMG
movie.
Benz
Yeah.
and Balenciaga, and they dropped a mask, and it's like it's a all dark mask.
Wow.
You got to check it out. I want
I'll
you
check it
when we
out.
talk. I want to know: would you spend $6,000 for it?
Man,
And a
let me
audience,
see it. Let me
would
see
you
it.
spend $6,000 for it? That
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
It depends what it does.
There we go. That was a good. That was perfect right
Better
there.
do much more than that. for that.
What I was
You better
laughing
do
at,
something
what I was
for
laughing
that
is
6,000.
technology now is so crazy because what do they expect us to buy the Balenciaga thing to cover over and the Apple headset?
Yeah.
What are you gonna look like?
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Get out of
You
hand.
know what happens? Like
getting out of hand.
desensitization of life.
Yeah, man.
That's
You're
true.
separating from the realm of reality. Before we would touch things, would feel it.
Right.
You'd have eye contact.
Yeah,
you
for
know.
sure.
And then during COVID, all that crap, we got distant. Everybody
Yeah,
pulled away.
extremely.
Everybody became strange, antisocial, and humans were not designed for that.
Speaking of COVID, how did you get through that?
Oh man, remember my job, man? Everybody was putting that mask on. I was
Yeah.
taking that shit off. So you know what? I gotta say I was blessed. I never got really sick. And I was around it all day.
But you work out, you take care of yourself, so don't forget that. Shout out to
absolutely.
people that work
As well,
out.
yeah.
Absolutely,
Shout out to
definitely.
Crunch and all the 24-hour
Yeah,
businesses
my
and
boys
Equinox
there,
is
right?
out there.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
That's it. So I think it's just a balance,
Yeah,
For me, that's what it was, But it was tough. It wasn't easy.
Yeah.
It was a big step back for many ways in my business. But I always say in everything in life, you got to try hard. You got to try hard and you got to push through.
Fact.
Got to get up.
How long have you been open over there?
I've been doing dentistry for 26 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I opened up my practice. It's gonna be almost 18 years, and then I guess 8 years of it I was working for others. But like I said, I learned a lot of other things that I didn't incorporate into my practice because I like to treat humans like humans.
Correct.
Yeah.
correct,
It's not a numbers game to me. It's
Correct.
about treating people the correct way, and that's the way they have.
So
respect.
speak
what we here
speak on
for,
that.
man.
Speak on that because
Treating people
when you
the
say
correct
that,
way.
I get what you're saying because I know how you want to run. Like certain places just like to run numbers with
Yes.
people and run numbers, and
Yes.
you're saying that you're more
Hell
one-on-one,
yeah.
hands-on
Hell yeah.
with the people, and
Of
that's
course.
actually big and that's respectful because a lot of people don't understand they're being treated
That's it.
like a number
That's
and like
it.
nothing.
That's it.
So that's a really big deal.
Huge. I mean,
Yeah.
I like to get to know people. I always say, remember, I only have maybe, if I have a new patient in my chair, I probably have a minute or two to earn their trust.
Yeah.
And quickly, remember, I got to stick my fingers in their mouth. I got to put a drill spinning 200,000 RPM in their mouth. So I got to build that trust quick.
Yeah.
You don't have time. You don't have time to sit there and, so the best way for me is to be me.
Yeah.
I don't have to sit there and create this facade of somebody else. And like I said, I look at someone and everyone has something,
Yeah.
And I try to connect with them as quickly as I can in order to be able to create that rapport. You know, once you have that, you know, you build that relationship, and I've learned a lot. I'm telling you, when my dad passed, when my mom passed, when my son got sick, everybody, all my patients were there for me.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, they were there for me. I learned a lot from them, and I realized everybody has the same drama
And the
in
thing
their
is,
life.
you probably would have never got that close if you weren't being humble and
That's
treating
it.
them like a
That's
good
it.
person.
Being humble is huge.
Yeah,
you
man.
know, it
Y'all
doesn't
learn
matter.
that for
Yeah,
real
that's it.
because we've lost that in this society right now.
We-
Everybody's
Humility.
super aggressive and they think they deserve something, but it's not about
No.
what you deserve. Everybody deserves.
That's it. That's it. It's huge. But see, I think it takes, like you said, a real man or woman to wake up one day and realize that in life, you have no choice but to let your guard down. And if you can do that, whether it be in your relationship at home, whether it be at your business, whether it be with your kids, it's the real you that comes out. When the real you comes out, people look at you and they see your passion. You know, so to me that's huge, huge.
Yeah.
You know, definitely was something in my life that I've always wanted to give to others.
Yeah.
And receive.
And that's a blessing. You're actually in position to be able to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you're dealing with the Plug Us All podcast. Talk to me, young hustlers. Talk to me. If you like what you're
Yeah,
hearing,
yeah.
I need you to like and subscribe. Like
Hit
and
that button.
subscribe. We're in the building
Hit
with
that
my
button.
boy Ralphie. I
Hey,
appreciate
Ralphie.
you so
Hey,
much
Ralphie,
for
before we
coming.
leave, before he leaves, Ralphie, drop your information for everybody right
Yes.
That way, right
and let them
there.
know how to
Yes,
contact
yes,
you, how to
yes,
get
yes.
with you, and
Yes.
plus you a fly young,
Yeah, thank you.
young entrepreneur. You never know who's really
That's
out
it.
there trying to work with you or whatnot.
Thank
You know, there's a lot of pretty ladies out there might want to come date you. Let them know how to contact you right
Yeah.
there in that camera.
My name is Raffi Maronian at 8358 Topanga Canyon Boulevard, alluredentalsmiles.com. That's our address. And you want to come and check out how we do biz, come on in. We'll take great care of you and make sure you're treated the right way.
One more thing.
Yes.
Can you give the young hustlers some word of inspiration, for the
Yeah.
ones that they might be like right about to give up, but let them know why they shouldn't?
Right.
Yes,
Right.
I'll tell you, the most important thing to me is when life kicks you down, it's not about getting hit in the face, it's about getting up and fighting through it because everyone gets kicked down at times. The difference is the one that gets kicked down and gets back up and keeps fighting because that's the real one. And at times, including my life, I've had moments where it's been really difficult. Super difficult, where I felt like the world was against me, that God was against me, like I was enemy of the state. And you feel these weird feelings because you realize that, oh man, what did I do wrong in this world? But then you got to stop and collect yourself because in life, it's very, very easy to start spiraling down. And to me, the most important thing you can ever do is fight back. Fight back, stand up, take a moment. Sometimes close your eyes and ask yourself, wait a second, this is not about someone else. It's not about me. It's called life. Life is never perfect. It's how you make it perfect. So that's what I would say is just stick to it, man. Stick to it and never look down. Look up and keep moving forward.
Yep.
Hustle
Never give up.
non-stop.
That's right. That's
Never
what I'm
give
talking
up.
about.
Man, yeah. I appreciate you.
Real hustler,
Thank you,
real
brother.
hustler,
Real
man.
hustler.
We
Thank you,
appreciate
Ty.
you coming
Hey,
through, man.
If you could come back, like we would like come back,
Absolutely, my pleasure.
bless us with some
My
more
pleasure.
information and just let us know how you do,
Absolutely.
because you a real one, man.
Yeah, shout out to
Thank
Give it
you.
up for Ralphie. Yeah. You're dealing with the
Thank you.
Plug Us All podcast.
Talk to Young Hustler.
Talk to me.
That's it.
I'm
Talk
the
to-
host, Shorty Mac, aka Shorty Mac. My co-host,
Rio Appling in the building.
and we got the ballerest, the most humblest, man, so many words.
Ralph.
But it's my family and y'all family too, Ralphie.
Thank you, baby.
Right.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Ralph. Thank you, Ralph.
Thank you,
We
guys.
outside.
Thank you. God
Let's
bless.
get it.
Yeah. Beautiful. Nice.
Yeah, hustler to hustler. Hustler to hustler. I'm talking to you, youngster. Hustler to hustler. Hustler to hustler. Talk to me, youngster. Hustler to hustler. Hustler to hustler. Talk to me, youngster. Hustler to hustler.